Hi, this is Dee-Dee Devon of Divine Intervention Lifestyle and Nutrition Health Coaching with my brand new weekly Wednesday Walk Your Talk Women's Wisdom Facebook Live series. Whew, that was a mouthful. Each week, my goal is to share with you little bits of wisdom about what works and what doesn't regarding diet and lifestyle habits. Granted, everyone is different, and that is my whole approach in my health coaching practice is to treat each person as a bio-individual, which simply means that you are the best expert of your body, and that takes a little more time and effort to decipher and understand, which is what I do with my private clients. But that being said, diets in general are not useful as dogma, but they are useful as a reference, such as we should all aim to eliminate processed, refined, artificial junk food, eat less dairy, meat, and wheat, and drink more water and eat more fruits and vegetables. But there's also a lot of misinformation that I'd love to spare you the confusion over. So to keep this session and lesson short and sweet, today I'd love to share with you the first 4 out of 8 steps to balancing your hormones. And next week I'll continue with the following 4 steps. I'm trying to keep these Facebook Lives not too long, but informative because what I'm about to share, if you are a woman of a certain age, could make all the difference for you if you currently suffer from irritability, memory loss, losing your hair, not sleeping well, and especially unnecessary weight gain, just to name a few symptoms of imbalanced hormones. So, are you ready? Okay, step number 1 is what gets measured gets managed. It's important to notice that hormonal imbalance symptoms might actually be a part of underlying reasons of some health conditions such as arthritis, anxiety, loose stools, headaches, etc. And that would begin and that would begin with keeping a food diary for a couple of days to track the timing, the frequency, and the content of your meals. And the goal is to determine how many times a day you're eating, what you're eating, and how haphazard is your eating experience. The objective of this protocol is to help your body rebalance hormonally, which requires recalibrating your lifestyle habits and creating consistency. Part of measuring is to access also your movement, and that would be your bowel movements and your physical exercise. And notice your movement baseline and take a step towards improving it by becoming less sedentary and hydrating adequately. And that's step 1. Step 2 is to know your color. And what I mean by that is to measure your pH levels with a keto alkaline urine pH strip 3 times a day for about 2 weeks and then document your results. Checking your pH levels several times a day will allow you to develop an awareness around what may be shifting your acid-alkaline balance, because this especially is an integral part of bringing your hormones back into alignment. And your goal is to achieve and remain at a pH level of approximately 7 to 8 throughout the day. And to make yourself more alkaline, which while you are testing your pH, you want to begin to add in alkaline-rich foods like kale, collards, cruciferous vegetables, avocado, asparagus, artichokes into your diet. And as a general guideline, the greener the food, the more alkaline it is. However, I get this question a lot. Lemons, though seemingly acidic, have an alkalizing effect on the body. So I would also highly suggest starting your morning with a glass of room temperature water and include the juice of half a lemon and a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And part 2 of step two is to also repair your insulin sensitivity. So what that means is frequent meals and chaotic eating can lead to insulin resistance. So in order to rebalance your hormones, it is critical to begin by repairing your insulin sensitivity. And one of the most effective ways to do this is to eliminate snacking between meals, which actually brings your body into a ketogenic state. And the secret to navigating this transition successfully is to increase healthy fats during your meal times, which helps not only balance your blood sugar and create sustainable energy release, but also contributes to satiety and hormone balance. Okay, step 3 is to understand your why. So begin to get curious about what lifestyle factors might also be influencing your pH levels. Stress, frequent travel, high red meat intake, dehydration, frequent alcohol or coffee consumption, lack of sleep, inflammation, and high blood sugar levels can all lead to a more acidic state. And I like to also add in sleep and sun and fun. So it's important to note that an alkaline environment creates an optimized healing state for the body. And the more acidic your body is, the less overall reserves you'll have, and the faster you'll be on the path towards physical and cellular depletion. And also you want to hydrate the healthy way. A good rule of thumb is to follow is to calculate half of your body weight in ounces. So I drink 2 of these a day, and it's kind of like my measuring cup. And if I finish both of these, then I can have my glass of wine. So it's kind of a reward as well. And so between my meals, that's what I drink instead of snacking, and I'm not hungry either. So water intake is essential for health. But depending on how and when you consume it, it can counteract specific processes in the body like digestion. And this may be new for you, but it is recommended to stop drinking fluids 20 minutes prior to your meals and to resume 2 hours after eating. And that would also depend on what you're eating. If it's a salad, maybe 1 hour. If it's meat, definitely 2 hours. Because this supports your body's digestive processes by not diluting your digestive enzymes that are required for proper nutrient breakdown and absorption. So if I have to drink during my meal, it's just, a sip. So I try to, while I prepare my meal, I stop drinking, I eat my meal, and then I don't drink again until 2 hours after, and then I drink my water until my next meal. So you also want to start to pace your meals. Now that you've begun to remove snacks and repair your insulin sensitivity, you'll want to increase the amount of time between dinner and breakfast to 12 to 13 hour fasting window. And this can help your body reach a ketogenic state and further continue to rebalance your hormones. So you want to try to eat dinner no later than 7, ideally, 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. And then you shouldn't have anything to eat again until 8 a.m. That's a full 13-hour window. So the ketogenic state is a state in which the body burns a high amount of fat and uses ketone bodies generated from the liver by converting fat molecules for energy rather than using glucose molecules as the main source of fuel. And finally, for this video, step 4 is to deepen your gratitude. Often by this step in the process of balancing your hormones, you may start to experience some emotions or old memories surfacing. And as we are working to detoxify and rebalance hormones, this is a very normal and healthy response. So you want to allow space to process these emotions and memories and honor their presence. And when you are ready, release them in a healthy way. And a great way to do this is to check and be present to what you are thankful for. in order to establish a new happiness baseline. So if you could journal for like 5 or 10 minutes a day with gratitude as your focus, this will naturally boost your oxytocin levels, which will then help rewire your brain for increased positivity. I like to do this practice 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. And in addition to journaling what you're grateful for, a bonus would be to choose a cheer word and check in with yourself several times a day to discover what your natural resting facial expression is. You've heard of the RBF, resting bitch face, but many of us, we can have a very somber demeanor without even realizing it. And our facial expression sends signals to our bodies about our current state of being. Are we stressed, depressed, or afraid? And we have the ability to control which types of chemicals our body releases internally by changing our thoughts, attitude, and facial expressions. So choose a word that elicits a feeling of happiness in you and that makes you want to smile, and revisit this word throughout your day as a way to relax and introduce lightness to tense moments, such as rush hour traffic, a meeting with your boss. My happy word is be. And I even wear this little necklace. I call it my anchor. It's a little bumblebee, and I just touch it and it reminds me to be. To be present, to be happy, to be beautiful, to just be. And you can't help but smile. And I wear this little necklace, and it's just a go-to anchor for me. So, and lastly for today, if you could up-level your movement, begin to introduce high-intensity interval training, also known as HIIT training, to your morning exercise routine. HIIT naturally provides a lot of physiological, and mental benefits, including, again, releasing key chemicals that drive the relaxation response, increase happiness, and further promotes detoxification. And in addition to your morning routine, again, this is done over time. It's creating healthy habits, and it's a lifestyle. So it may sound like a lot, but in addition to your morning routine, I would begin to add a simple stretching to your nightly routine. Journal in the morning, a little HIIT exercise, journal in the evening, a little stretching. And this gentle and nurturing evening ritual will help you relax at the end of your day, as well as help your body prepare itself for a good night's sleep. Okay, that's all I'm going to share as far as information today, but I will be back next week on Wednesday's Walk Your Talk Women's Wellness Live Facebook series to finish steps 4 through 8 and how to rebalance your hormones. I know this is a lot to digest at once, and so to help you in addressing your mental and spiritual atmosphere, environmental stressors, nutrition and diet, digestive health, and detoxification, I'm offering you 2 resources attached in the comments below this video. First is a free downloadable daily gratitude worksheet where you can journal. You'll have to go there and see what you're grateful for and thankful for in the 5 big areas of your life. And the second is a coupon code for $50 off my seasonal 7-day winter cleanse. And seasonal cleanses are important because certain seasons require, have different foods that are natural to that time of year, which are what the universe created for what our bodies need at that time of year. So both links will be posted in the comments below this video. So feel free, please, to tag a friend or share this video with anyone you feel could benefit from balancing their hormones. And as a final note, if you could please leave me a message and let me know what you found most useful in this session and what action steps you're planning on taking. And of course, if you'd like more personal support and accountability, That's my job, and I'm here to support you. Namaste.